Hello everybody and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. The weather forecast is for rain. At the moment it's obviously sunny, but the rain is on the way. So we're going to have to wait and see how far we can get in the field with the harvest. We only actually have one more field to actually harvest with the combine harvester. After this it's going to be some work with the forage harvester, which we don't actually have at the moment. That's probably going to be leased just because it is just the one field. And that'll be done with Chainsaw 100. He isn't in this video, and to be fair actually, he isn't actually required in this video because it's only one field and, well, we can get it done fairly quickly anyway. When he really is required is in field number 13, the maize field, because that is going to be an extreme workload on one person. In fact, it would be so slow as well because as it's going to be done as silage, it means that you can only have the harvester driver, and then you have to have a worker as well. And you'll be constantly stop-starting because you have to stop the harvester to then go and drive the tractor to empty the load. So yes, that is definitely a two-person job. So yeah, we're moving over to field number 34 today, the last of our combinable crops, and well, I'm hoping it's going to go pretty well. It's all been fertilised. We have 100% productivity or 90% productivity because it wasn't ploughed, which should make a huge difference. Well, 90% of a difference actually. I think first person view here might be wise. We can see much more. I do need to keep an eye on the mirrors though, because we need to make sure the header hasn't fallen off. And ouch. Ouch, that really hurt. That was a low branch. That needs cutting off. It is possible to prune these trees. Let's put the beacons on. We're going on the main road, heading towards Cheltenham. Yep, I thought I'd just wait for that second car. If we were to pull out, then the tractor would just go and pull out in front of it anyway, and it would probably cause carnage. So it's always better to wait for the traffic, even though they don't wait for us. Right, things are going alright. I don't think the header moved, although it doesn't look perfectly straight. Well, as long as we can get to the field, we'll be fine. And don't clip any cars. The tractor is directly behind us, so things are going well so far. Well, except for hitting a tree and, yeah, brushing against the car just then. This is where we turn right at the pig farm. With this very long load, it's going to be quite tricky with all the signs and stuff. Tricky but possible. And the grinding sound, which somebody mentioned a few episodes back on Green River, it is the steering wheel. It makes that sound when I've got a really light force feedback setting, so there's barely any resistance at all. Better turn the indicator off. Yes, if you've got a very large degrees of rotation as well, then you've got to obviously turn the steering wheel further, and that is the reason why it sounds like it's grinding. So if you hear that sound, if you hear that sort of sound, if you can hear it, it is the steering wheel. Well, the rain hasn't actually moved on to the current weather just yet. As soon as it does do, we have about an hour left. So the more it can stay into the predicted weather section, the better it'll be, the longer we can harvest for. I'd love to get it all done today. We don't have to. We actually have a lot of the autumn as well to do it in, but it can't take up the whole of the autumn since we have to do the silage. And look at this, we have so much space here. We have the neighbouring farm's field to drive into. We'll just stop the tractor there, and we'll drop off the trailer. Turn the beacons off. Very useful having all this space. And yeah, we'll just hitch it on the front and begin. We are going to bale it. It is going to be baled, so we're going to have to try and do a fairly neat job. Put the reel up a bit, unfold, and again this is the kind of job where you just want a time lapse, but as soon as I've done the headlands it'll be a worker doing it anyway. Of course, yeah, we must do the header too. Brilliant. Right, let's see how much money let's see how much yield we've managed to get off this field. Change the setting. It is fairly noisy in the outer cab view. So there's a field of wheat, in case you weren't aware of the current crop. Wheat and barley do look fairly similar anyway, especially in Farming Simulator. Yeah, that's the problem with in-cab view. It is sometimes a little bit trickier to not miss bits. But we get 3 headlands taken off, or maybe 2 actually, because it's a fairly wide header. 2 or 3 headlands taken off, and hopefully when that is done, it'll be time to unload, and hopefully we'll be able to leave the combine harvester going on a worker while we go and empty the trailer. I'm hoping to go and sell the crop straight away. I don't know how good it's going to be, I don't know how good the price is going to be. I'll take a look in a second. Let's just turn this corner. Right, there we go. So yes, wheat. We do have some in storage which we can sell. We have currently got a 514 over at Willowbrook Stores. And Willowbrook Stores is fairly close to here, so if it stays at a good price, or a fairly reasonable price, then that'll benefit us quite a bit. That is 3 headlands taken off at the bottom and 2 at the top. I think that's going to be enough. It is really just to give us a bit of turning space. The rain is very close. It is obviously showing us the current weather type. So it should be, well, within the hour I'd have thought. The sky is still looking alright, although it isn't the dynamic sky of what's going to be in FS19, which should be very interesting to see. Anyway, we better get this unloaded very quickly, because otherwise it's going to stop the harvester, and it's going to be a real struggle to keep up with the harvester anyway. When we get back here, I can guarantee it will be stopped, but next time it won't be quite as difficult because the worker will have been driving it the whole time. At the moment I haven't been able to unload the trailer properly since we've been doing 2 jobs, so it should really get better once we've tipped this load. And although it doesn't look like we've done that much, actually we've actually done a fair chunk there. It's surprising. Taking the headlands off really does reduce the size of the field. If we were to go on the overhead view, which I will do when we're waiting for the harvester, yeah, you'll see exactly how much what we have done, and it'll actually look quite good. So yeah, although it looks like we've only just started, we haven't really. Although we probably have only just started if it starts to rain, because that would be harvesting over for today. Here we are. Last time I almost missed the turning. It was tight. They're giving us a fairly good price here. It's not too bad. Although I should keep checking the price chart, since it can change fairly dramatically. At the moment it is still the best, but Hilltop Stores is actually on the increase, so eventually that's going to take over. It's going to overtake. The problem with Hilltop Stores is it's a long way away from here. It's way over, well I can't point, but it's way over here, next to Fin number 9. So yeah, that is quite a trek. We'd have to have a fairly big trailer to justify the price difference, because again we're coming down to time and fuel used, and wear and tear on the vehicles, because we have maintenance fees. Right, the combine is 80% full, which I'm surprised it's taken that long to fill it up. £6,586 per trailer. which I think, really, for this crop type is pretty good. Anyway, we must get back. We can't leave the harvester waiting. Oh, that car's going to come around, I can tell. Terrible indication. Right, off we go. The combine is full and it's facing the wrong way. That's typical. But it has done, I think it's been up and down once more. That's quite good. Look at it overflowing out the top. It's like a mushroom. It's actually not too far into the field. We should be able to reverse in there. Good timing. Very good timing. It is going to go in the field a bit, but nothing too serious. That'll do. It can hold about 80%, I think. Yeah, 81%. Right, so 81% is a full combine load. That's pretty good. So what we'll do each time is we'll let the combine get to the bottom or the top, whichever way it's going. Then we'll fill the trailer up on the way back up, then head over to the store, and hopefully by the time we return it will still be moving. This is going to be a very good test. Right, I did say I was going to show you from the above view, so let's just see. There you go. So we've done all this, and obviously it's working on this piece here. It really does get eaten up fairly quickly. So it is now just field 13 left to do. But this is the final field with the combine. Plenty of baling is going to have to be done. We'll definitely be using the Heston baler. And that'll be probably another multiplayer job, moving all the bales out of the field. I think we'll be selling them all. We already have enough straw bales as far as I'm aware, so we'll just get all the money for it. It should actually be very good money. Just wait for it to turn around and then we can obviously fill up to the top and then head off. If it has enough for the trailer. Let's just see. Yep. Right. The race is on. The combine is pretty much empty and we're full. We have to return in the time allowed, which I would say is 5 minutes maximum. It really does not take too long to fill up. So far so good. There isn't really too much to go wrong anyway, but yes, it's a good job we're still moving at full speed, not stuck behind a slow vehicle. A slow vehicle meaning a car, believe it or not. Not a tractor. Oh actually, yeah, somebody mentioned something about tipping through the shutter door on this trailer. It might need to be updated, I'm not too sure. Yes, I got distracted when I was reading the comments. Somebody did post a comment about tipping through the shutter and not the tailgate. Yeah, I remember starting to read it, but then, yeah, I got distracted. I'm going to have to go back to that comment because somebody was helpful enough to tell me, so... Right, anyway, so it's 20% full so far, so it's almost empty. Or 20% empty, I should probably say. Let's go. We've not had any kind of indication that the combine is 80% full yet, so far, I think we're going to make it back in time. Although I should be able to do it without rushing, really. But I guess that's what harvest is. It is a fairly big rush. We do actually have that trailer there as well. But I'm not sure if it's actually bigger. I thought this one was bigger, but maybe not. I can always check if we've got some spare time up here. But it's not even 80% full yet, so yeah, we're going to get there. Unless something terrible happens, like we just dramatically self-destruct or something. But it really should not happen. I guess we could have a blowout on the trailer, or something like that. But in FS at the moment, that seems fairly unlikely. 80% full. Right. And it's which side? It's about to turn around and go on the wrong side. Typical. But we are in the field, so we have done it. It is possible to do. It's going hazy. That means the rain is here. So this is probably the final tank load of the combine anyway. Look at those perfectly straight swaths of straw though. Wait there, combine. Us, it's our time. We're here. It's going to move. It's going to move. Oh, it didn't. Good. All that excitement for nothing. Oh, it's done. It's not actually raining. It's imminent. It's definitely imminent. Oh, there it goes. It didn't even manage to restart. Quick, let's get the cover on. And if it's got nothing in it, then we can, very simply, fold it up. That timing actually couldn't have been better. We'll leave it there. All closed up for another day. It won't dry out today, it's too late. It's 7:45 in the evening, so we'll get this load sold and we'll go to bed. Because that's how adventurous we are. No, we'll probably go home and watch some television or something. We're not just going to go to bed at 10 to 8, but actually, yeah, it will actually be probably 10 o'clock or something when we do get back. And it's been a hard day. At least we've managed to get a full load into the trailer. Well, a full load of the combine into the trailer. It could be worse. It could have only just started again. It could be like 10% full. Oh, it's coming down pretty heavy now. I suppose, again, it isn't that much of a bad thing that it's rained off because it's the time, obviously, it's getting dewy anyway. It's getting, damp. The dew is settling on all the crops. And it's also, what was I going to say? Yes, it's also the time when the crop prices are sort of crossing over. So we don't want to be taking it continually to the same place, as that price will decrease, and another one could just very quietly creep past you, and it could be a very good price. So in a minute we'll check the prices, and well, hopefully one turns out to be far better than this one. It has to be far better though, otherwise it isn't worth the time. And if it's incredibly better, we would actually lease a bigger trailer, because then you're still making much more money. So while it's doing that, let's take a look at these prices. Yes, look at this. We've got $499 here, $508 over at Hilltop Stores, and $455 at Empire Stores. So actually, yeah, Hilltop Stores is the best, and Willowbrook is decreasing rapidly. Supply and demand. We've brought way too much to here. Might be better if we keep the cover over, otherwise it's going to fill with water. Although it is inside. But yeah, I think really all we can do is wait for the rain. We'll go to bed, wait for the rain. I'll check the forecast for the coming days. We've got rain, 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 snow, 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 rain. It's looking good. It's looking really promising. So yes, maybe we'll be able to fit in the rest of the harvest somewhere. We'll have to find out in the next few days. But yes, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.